When you got three people who got classified document concerns, supposedly mishandled, Clinton, Biden, and President Trump, and only one gets indicted, how is that justice? How is that equal application of the law? Americans have common sense. They see this double standard that exists for Republicans and conservatives and for President Trump, for goodness sake. But I can't get past the irony, Laura. The irony that I remember when Jim Comey said, I hope there are tapes, when he was talking about him and now it looks like we have tapes, for goodness sake, that this guy kept. The other thing about that document, I read that document last week too. The section Byron was referencing about this foreign national who's an executive at Burisma, he also says in that section, he tells a confidential human source, we don't need nothing to worry about because we have so many bank accounts, it'll take forever for them to figure it out. And he also says, we never paid the big guy directly. So now we know this is the second person to use that term. He uses that term before we knew about the first guy. James Gilliar, a business associate of Hunter Biden, when we learned about that in October 2020, this document was put together in August of 2020. So now we got both sides of the equation using the same term, the big guy. And if the big guy is not Joe Biden, somebody needs to explain to me who it is. So that's the part from the document I took away as, wow, that is the most compelling evidence, I think, that shows how this is connected to the President of the United States. This is why this document, in the end, does need to be made public so the whole country gets to see it.
Congressman Jordan, I know people watching are thinking, we keep hearing these complaints all the time about the FBI. I've been hearing this for years in the intel agencies. When are Republicans going to use the power of the purse and say, we're done? You hear some of the presidential candidates, Ramaswamy, obviously Trump and DeSantis, totally. They all want to do something here. But now it's up to you all.
Yeah, it sure is. And we will use the appropriations process. The first appropriation bill is going to pass next week out of the House, and then we have several others. We have to use the power of the purse. And frankly, what we also have to do, FISA reauthorization is up this year. We have to fundamentally change FISA, get the FBI out of that program altogether. We're sick of the abuse that takes place there, so we have to do that. But in the end, Laura, the only thing that's going to change is when we have somebody new in the White House who puts someone in charge of the Justice Department that will get rid of all this. We can do everything we can from the legislative branch, and we're going to do that, and we're going to change FISA. But in the end, you have to have an executive who says, we will no longer have a Justice Department that targets we the people, that targets the American citizen. That is the only thing that's going to fix it. The press isn't going to cover it. We have to do it that way, and that's why elections are important.
Yeah, defund and new president, both. How about a 1-2 punch? Panel, great to see you.